What's up everyone, I am Andrew and in this tutorial I am going to show you how you can create a mobile application both for Android and iOS from your WooCommerce store. So basically we have a WooCommerce store here with some products, and in case you're wondering, this is just a sample website from Starter Templates, which is a great plugin for having a starter website, and we are going to create a mobile application for this website. So the service we are using here is App My Site, and this is an awesome service for creating a mobile application for your WordPress website, and it also supports WooCommerce out of the box, and the result is just amazing. So let's just start and see how quickly we can create a mobile application for our website. Now I also have another tutorial on App My Site, but on that tutorial we do not talk about WooCommerce. We focus on creating a basic application for your WordPress website without WooCommerce. In this tutorial we are focusing on WooCommerce, and we will see how easily you can create something amazing for your WooCommerce store. So I'm just going to log in here. Basically, I have already signed up here. It's just a simple email and password for signing up. So it's very easy. And you also can sign up with your Google account. So this is what I did here. But anyway, then you are directed to the page which allows you to create your application. Now I'm just going to call it Brand Store because this is the name they have used for this demo here in the Starter Templates plugin. So let's just call it Brand Store. And this is a WordPress website, of course, and here we have to input our URL. So I'm just going to copy my URL here and paste it there. Now we also do not need this slash, so I can just remove it. You do not need anything before your website, just your domain. And let's just click on create app. Of course, here we have to check my website uses the WooCommerce plugin, so we have to check it to use WooCommerce. Now you can change it later, so if you just forget it, you can just change it in the setting. But anyway, we have to turn this WooCommerce capability on, and then I can just click on create app. Now here we have this nice wizard that allows us to choose different colors and settings for our application. So here we have the app icon. So here you can set a background color with a text on it, but really it's not very useful because it only allows you to have 3 characters here, and you cannot go smaller than 12 points. So what we are going to do here is to just upload our own icon. So the minimum size is 1024 times 1024 pixel, and just this dimension is just okay. So I have just a logo with the exact same dimension, and I'm just going to open it here. So this is my icon. Now it will create this rounded corner effect, so you just have to have a square icon in the JPEG format, and it will just create the icon for you. So let's just click on crop. Now this is fine. We have our logo, and you can also see the preview for Android and iOS. It's pretty much it's actually showing the same logo for both of them, and that's fine. So it's creating an iOS style logo also for Android, which is something typical that people do because they are very nice. So that's fine. Here we have to just be on the upload section, and let's just click on next. Then we have this launch screen, which is just a screen that users get when they just launch the application. Now you can have a background color and a text, or you can just upload your own image. You can also have both of them, so you can have an image with a background color on it, so with a color overlay. So we can have something like this and then have and just have it here, but I'm just going to have a solid image here. So I have just created a color, and I'm just going to paste the code here. So we do not need any background image. Let's just remove it. So we only need a single color here, and let's just paste my code. So this is the color I'm just using in all places for my application. It's just nice to have a single color that you can just paste everywhere. Now here we have our app logo, and we have create and upload. In the create section, it allows you to have a text and a color, set the color of the text and have it for your application. But here we are just going to upload our custom logo. So this is our logo, and this is fine. Now I do have some problems with this functionality, because if your image is a little larger than this, it's not fitting well, and really you do not have any zoom option here. You only have crop, and that's all you have. So I have a little problems with this crop image functionality. I hope they will just make it better in the future, but you can just play with the image on your editor. So you have to basically make it a little smaller than its frame. So let's just do it. And now this is of course fine. So we have our logo here, and I can just click on next. Now here we have login and sign up, and it will just work with your login and sign up for WooCommerce. That's super cool. So again, we can have background image or just a color. Let's just use our theme color here, and then I will just make the logo white, and also the text color white, everything just white, and also the button color. So something like this, very minimal and cool. And okay, this is just fine. Here of course we can upload a logo, but it will just become very small. So again, I have some problems with these upload functionalities. So if I, for example, add my logo, you can see that just fine here, but it's very small, actually somehow useless. So I'm just going to stick to this text here for now, and let's just click on next. Now here we can choose our primary color. So again, we have our color and the button color. So fine, everything just is obeying our theme, and let's just click next. So here is our home screen, and as you can see, there is a lot going on here. We have this web view turned off. So web view basically will render some HTML from your website. So basically to just display your page. So like these widgets, and if you want my opinion, this is just not a good idea. So that's why it's turned off by default, because usually they are not responsive and they're not just good. So this is just fine, turned off. And here, because we have a store, we do not need blogs, so I can just turn off these popular blogs and blog categories and recent blogs and blog planner. So we do not need any of them. Pages is just fine. We have one pay feature products, recently viewed products, sale products, product categories, and here we have the main banner. So this is the main banner. Again, I don't find it very useful, so I'm just going to remove it. So now we have this clean application store, and I can just scroll with my mouse. So that's fine. Of course, it's not yet connected to my website, but this is basically what you get. So then I'm just going to click on next. And now the app dashboard is designed successfully and it's time to connect to this website. Now you have to basically download the plugin and install it on your WordPress website. So we can just simply get the plugin from the WordPress repository. So I'm just going to bring my admin panel and plugins and add new. And just search for app my site. And install it. So now we have the application. So basically you don't have to do anything here. It's actually not even adding any page here. So that's fine. You just have to make sure your plugin is activated. So it's fine. And now I can just click on verify. And if everything is right, you are directed toward this page. So here we have two ways of authenticating our application. Basically, we have to allow this service at my site to access our data. The first one is using WordPress, and the second one is just WooCommerce itself. So in both cases, it's using the REST API, but here it's using WordPress, here it's using WooCommerce. And in case you're wondering which one to choose, both of them work, but WordPress is the recommended option. So because this application is just safe, we can use WordPress. Now, WooCommerce basically gives less permissions to this application. So with the WooCommerce REST API, it only can access WooCommerce products and add products or read products. But with WordPress, it can access your whole website. But this is just fine. We trust this application and it's fine. So basically all we have to do is to just insert this app my site as a service. So here I just have to bring my admin panel and bring my dashboard with whatever admin user I'm currently using. And then we just have to click on these application passwords. So we just have to paste app my site here as an application and then click on add new application password. And I can just copy this and paste it here. I also have to paste my username there. So this is my username here, which of course cannot be changed. So I can just copy it and paste it here and just click on verify. Now basically it's okay, we're done and we don't get any error. Now there is one very important thing here, and you definitely need to make sure that your permalinks are set to post names. So if you have anything other than post name, you will get an error here, and basically it will tell you that your plugin is installed but not activated. So a lot of confusion there. So you have to make sure that you're using post name, but if you just get error, just check it and you can just fix it and click on verify again. So here we have our bottom bar, and as you can see, we have home, shop, blog, menu, and profile. And what I'm going to do is just remove this block, so we do not need it. So we only have home, shop, menu, and profile. And of course, you can change the icons if you want to. We have a basic set of icons here, which are very basic really. So I wish they add more icons in the future or allow you to have your own icons, but that's just fine for now. We can also change the color settings for these menus. So if I just click on a style, you can see that we have the background color and the item color and border color. So we can just select the item color. So we can just have something like this. And for the selected, we can have a darker red, something like this, and for item color, lighter red. So here, just the selected one would be darker, so it's fine. And now I can just click on save. And here we also have the menu section. So basically here you have to create your menu. Now there are two ways. Pick a menu from my website and create my own menu. So if you select pick a menu from my website, you have the option to select one of your menus. Now these are the menus which come with this demo website, so all of them are available. And of course the main menu is the one we are using here, but I really like create my own menu. So this is just a very good option, so I usually stick to this create my own menu. And here we can just add items, anything that we want. So here I can just add one item and click on it. And here we have the name. So let's just call it women. And we can just select an icon here for it. So that's cool. You can have icons for your menu items. So let's just search for woman. And I like this one, so I can just add it. So we have the icon, very nice. And here we have the item type. So we have to just click on this icon here. Now we have the default options, which you can point to your cart or profile or setting, orders or home screen, but almost always you do not need these options. You rather need posts and taxonomies. So you want to point to your WooCommerce pages. So you can point to a specific post or a category or a tag or a page. So this is what you want to use. So for example, you can point to all of your products, which is your product page in WooCommerce. Or here we can just select categories and just, as you can see, okay, this is the categories for our WordPress, and we do not have anything, of course, because this is not what we want. So we want categories for WooCommerce. So we have to select WooCommerce categories or product categories. So it's here, product categories. So again, don't mix these. This is the actual category we are going to use, the product categories. That category is for your blog posts that we do not need here. So we select product categories, and then we have access to whatever categories we have defined in WooCommerce. So here in WooCommerce, and products and categories, you can see that we have a bunch of categories and also images. So here we can just select women and click on done. So that's it. I'm just going to click create two more items here. So another one for men. Now, as you can see, we do not have any kind of good icon for a man, so I don't know why they do not pay attention to this, because we really need an icon here. And as far as I know, there is no way to upload our own icon. So really, I can just choose this one, but not really a good icon for a man, representing a man. So that's one problem I hope they fix in the future. And let's just add another for accessories. And I can just select the icon again. Not so many good options. let's just select this one, but really, and this is not what I want. So we have all of them, and now I can just save the menu. Okay, please select item type. So I forgot to select the item type for this men, so let's just quickly add it. And now we are okay, we have our menu and it's saved, and basically we are done with creating our application. So that's it. You can see that's very simple. So now here in the setting, we can control the general setting, which is our domain name, and website type and website name. You can just change them anytime you want. You can also import your email address or phone. And here in the user section, we have user login and we have guest browsing. If you turn it off, everyone should log in. And we can also prompt user login on app launch, but this is just fine. So if you want to, for example, make sure everyone logs in, you can disable guest browsing and prompt user login on app launch, but this is just fine for me. And you can also enable Google login and registration. So you can just have these options here. And actually Apple and Google are both together, so you can just turn both of them on or off. And this is just fine. So we have some settings for our posts, and by default we have this grid view. And as you can see, whenever this web view is off, which is most of the time, this app is not using anything from your theme, and this is the real power here. So it's not using your theme, so it's just getting the data, whether it's your products or posts. It's getting the data and showing it in a native format. So it's not using your theme at all, and that's super cool. So we have pages and some options for products. So here you can change the, for example, badge background color or cart badge background color. So you have some options here, and you can also change the icon color. So this is just fine for now. And here we can just preview our application. So you can just do it before launching your application. Now, we didn't talk about pricing, of course, because this is my second tutorial. And that tutorial we talked about pricing, but in case you're wondering, I can just quickly bring the website and pricing, and the basic iOS and Android website type is $9 per month. But if you want WordPress, it's $19 per month. And in our case, we want WooCommerce, it's the same price, it's $19 per month. So this is what you can get. So it's pretty much a reasonable price for the service you are getting here. So here we are on a free plan. We can just build our app and test it with this preview on a real device as a test. So we can use test flight from Apple or an application from Google Play, but we can also test it here. Now, as you can see, we have our application. It's just looking the way we build it. Now, as you can see, we have our product categories and the images. So as you can see, we have images for our categories and it's showing the images. That's very cool. We have our sale products, or the products which are currently on sale. We have featured products, and it doesn't scroll very well here. So this preview is not working very smoothly, but you can see that we have an actual application that's working fine. So that's very cool actually. And I really recommend testing on a real device using the two options before sending it to App Store, but it just works very fine. So this is a very fine service for creating an application for your WooCommerce store. We also have some other settings here. So for example, you can create a chat service for your application just using App My Site, but this is only available in the Pro plan. So we have it, and they also do have add-ons which you can use, but it's a really cool service. We also have notifications, which is again only available in the Pro version, but it's really a very cool way for creating mobile applications for your WooCommerce store. And that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel for more WordPress content. And like always, you can reach our team from the link in the description.